I've brought snacks, and we're going to need a suggestion for a little mockumentary we're doing tonight. So, and we need a suggestion of a activity that some people might be involved with.
If any of the retirees want to give one, go ahead. If not, I have one. How? Antiquing is what we have in the chat.
Antiquing is a great one. All right, so when we come back, we will have antiquing.
So it was probably about 1983 is when I started antiquing. It's a little boutique right outside New Orleans, and I walked in for the first time, and I didn't know what I wanted, but then I saw it, this little porcelain figure of Mickey Mouse, and I was like, wow, that looks like it's an original Mickey Mouse, not like he looks like now, how he looked like back then. And I was like, I must have this. And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap, but I called my mother, and she said she would give me the money. So I went home, ran right back, and I got my Mickey Mouse. And ever since that day is when I've been addicted to antiquing. I've been an antique addict, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the showcase. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm not top billing, but like maybe like second or third is going to say Brian. I just go by Brian.
Look at this. That is the most amazing quilt I have ever seen. Come here, take a look. Look. Have you ever seen stitching like this? Stop looking at those old.
This is amazing.
This is amazing, yes. See, this is much more amazing than those cow creamers over there, isn't it?
Those cow creamers got nothing on this thing. This thing
Yes.
is, I think we should get it.
You're right. You're right, David. I think this is what we need to start our collection. I mean, this is the kind of quilt that my grandmother would have used. This is the kind of quilt that, like, I remember seeing in your mom's house back in the. That's just all those itty bitty tiny stitches. It's just, and they did this all by hand. It's like, what was it like back then? I don't know, but
I don't know. Do you see that little square that says, "This took me 15 entire months to quilt"?
We're buying this.
We're buying this. We're not going to take 15 months to make that decision.
No. This is going to our home, and then we can take this to that antiques exhibition, and we can show them this is this awesome thing we found.
Alice,
Dane,
I love you.
I love you.
You're so good
too.
at this. Thank you.
You're just the best person to go to an antique shop with.
I mean, I learned from you. Let's go pay for it.
Let's get this before somebody else does.
Hello, my name is Colin, and I'm the curator of this showcase of fine antiquities and wares here in New Haven, Connecticut. And I just there's this lovely lovely lamp. I'm so proud of it. It's some people might think it's tacky because it's shaped like a mermaid, but I think the kitschier the better. Don't you agree? And there's this lovely Mickey Mouse piece that just got picked up, and I sold it to a gentleman who walked in, and he was quite taken with it, and I was quite glad to get rid of it. It's a joy of mine to see a piece get taken and bring light into people's lives. And I just, there's one piece that I cannot part with under any circumstances, and that's this lovely quilt that I hand stitched myself. And I don't think that I will be getting rid of it. So, yes, this is this showcase of antiquities here in New Haven, and I've been putting this on for about 10 years, and I'm quite proud of it. Later.
That is a fine quilt. That seems to be the piece de resistance of this show. Wouldn't you agree?
It does seem to be. It does seem to be. It does seem to be the finest piece, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
It is very similar to the one that my great grandmother did. It looks, the fineness of the stitching, but I think my great grandmother's quilt would have had more refined selection of the fabrics.
Oh, really?
My
You don't think
my grandmother Ruth, who I'm named for, yes.
But this quilt they have here is quite fine. I'm more into figurines, as you know, and I've been eyeing that Mickey to add to my collection.
Yes, I'm aware that you have this extensive collection of Disney themed figurines.
Basically, that's where it all started for me, as you know. But quilts,
I mean,
I don't know. Am I ready? Am I ready for quilts? It seems like they're going to take up a lot of space.
They take up a lot of space. They fade if you leave them out where they can be viewed.
A lot of maintenance for a quilt. It's true.
They also attract insects. They get eaten by bugs. Figurines do not get eaten.
Growing up, we didn't have quilts.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you know, my mother was against quilts. Anything basically handmade in her mind, of the fabric type, of the textile type, she was against.
Your mother was one of the best known potters of America in her day. And did I ever tell you I actually have a bowl made by your mother?
Oh.
It is.
What year? What year is that? Is that bowl?
That would have been. It was one of her early works, so 1973, I believe.
Oh, the 73s go for probably about $400 to maybe $500.
Yes.
At any given time.
I got mine for $1.50 at a garage sale. I was very pleased because they did not appreciate what they had.
$1.50.
And I do.
Really? Well, I'm glad you saved it from whatever mongrels were selling it for $1.50. My mother deserves better than that.
Your mother deserved much better than that. So which of your figurines are you planning to bring to the exhibition?
Well, my mother was always very fond of Donald Duck. She had her mean streaks. She would get angry, and she recognized that Donald also would get very frustrated. She mainly got frustrated with me. She was a strong woman. I'll say that. She was a strong woman.
Yes.
Great potter, as you know. But yes, Donald Duck, I thought, I'm trying to move on.
Yes.
I'm trying to move on. I've wanted to move on for a few years since her passing. And these Donald Duck figurines, while they do add to my collection and form the Playhouse crew,
Yes.
I would rather not have to see them anymore. I'm fine with Daisy. Daisy's fine with me, but not Donald.
That is completely understandable. And you have that 1987 Donald with the toy airplane.
That's actually the one I've brought tonight. Are you interested?
Oh, it doesn't fit my decor. It's not, no, it is an interesting piece, but
The propeller spins. You do know that.
oh, you have one where the propeller still spins.
All
Christ.
of my tchotchkes still spin.
Mm. Hmm.
Oh. Yeah, Dane here. Listen, Alice Beam she is something special, and she really likes her quilts, and that makes me a person who likes my quilts and her quilts, and she really, really likes quilts a lot. And the truth of the matter is, I don't really understand them. But I know that this antique show is coming up, and she really wants to have something special. Personally, I have an ulterior motive. I'm looking for that toy airplane. I don't even remember what year it is. And I honestly don't necessarily know what qualifies as an antique. I want this thing because my great grandfather had a picture with it, and I just need it. I need to have this airplane, and yeah, I need to go get it. I do love Alice, and I am gonna get us a quilt. We are gonna get a good quilt at this antique show auction. Yes. I just want that airplane.
Alice?
Oh, Brian.
Yeah,
Oh, it's nice to see. I didn't know you. I shouldn't be surprised that you're here. Since I heard you might be planning to. Are you really going to be selling some of your Donald Duck figurines?
I'm currently trying to unload all of them. Yes, it's part of my.
So you're Marie Kondoing your antiques collection.
That is a great way to put it. That is a great way to put it. I'm trying to become a better Brian. And trying to let the past. My mother, she was big in the circuit here, and I'm trying to become my own Brian now.
Yes. Brian, not Caroline's son, Brian. Yeah. I can understand that.
What about you? What are you bringing? What are you bringing?
I want to start a quilt collection, and so I'm just here with Dane looking at quilts and gonna see if I can get a good proper antique quilt that's got good proper provenance and good proper something that I can point to and say, this one was made by a person and not by a machine and not by somebody who was being paid 5 cents an hour. Or if they were being paid 5 cents an hour, that was a living wage in 1874.
That is so true. I never really think about that. Yeah. But have you heard about the star of the show, the quilt that took 15 years to make?
15 years? I saw the one that said 18 months, but I didn't hear about
it was 18 months. I thought
18
it was
months.
18 years.
That one. Okay.
18 months and it's the star of the show? I would really think that a quilt that only took 18 months, but not that I know anything about quilts. As you probably know, I'm against
you're against handmade stuff. I mean, your ex-girlfriend, became your ex-girlfriend because she knitted you a scarf, and yeah.
It was hideous. It was hideous. And it's just one thing to know that I don't like handmade fabrics and quilts and blankets and everything like that. But then after 5 years to make me a scarf thinking, oh, you're going to change me? Donna, see you later, Donna.
Yeah.
I've never been more offended.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just here with Dane, so we're gonna see what we can find. And
oh, Dane's here.
Dane's here. Yeah, you'll
I'm gonna
catch up with
try
him later.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find Dane.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Okay, I'll see you later.
See you later. My name is Ruth Cruz, and I enjoy the antique circuit because it is full of calm and refined people dealing in calm and refined things. Take this quilt. Took 18 months just for the quilting. The piecing, I am sure, took even longer. It's not quite my style, but it is a beautiful object, and I appreciate its existence. And I appreciate shows like this that make it possible to see the amazing work of the past. But what I'm really here for, that Donald Duck with the propeller that Brian's selling, I want that thing.
Yes, it's 5 years. 5 years, a long time to be with someone, and then for them just to turn on you, just to disregard everything that you feel, and act like they don't even know you, and I realized that I'm worth more than that, she things started great between me and Beth Ann, but we met in the circuit here. She's a collector of antique wine bottles. She likes not wines, just the bottles. So anything that's been empty, kind of like her soul. I never really thought of that before.
Hi, my name's Bethany. Yeah, I'm here at the convention in New Haven, Connecticut, where I live, because I heard a secret, but I'm not going to tell you right now. But I just love old kitschy things, and I just love Mickey Mouse, and I just heard there's lots of fun things here at this convention. So I just thought I would come here and see who I might run into. I heard that my old friend Brian is here. Brian is just so sweet and so nice. We just had the greatest time together. I just hope that he might wanna, grab a cup of hot mocha latte with me or something equally nice and sweet. If I got a nice kitschy, if I got him a nice kitschy something or other from this convention, you know, my I used to collect wine bottles and give them to him just as like a first, like a little surprise, like when we were dating, because we did that kind of thing. And he was over the moon about it for some reason. Some old empty wine bottles. My dad had plenty of them because he owned a winery nearby. And so it was really crazy. So funny thing, he stopped liking them after a while. It was like, Bethany, why do you keep giving me old soda bottles that are made of glass? This is not the same as a wine bottle. Ugh, even if it is from 1926. Like, it doesn't have the same monetary value, blah, blah, blah. And what am I going to do with that? That doesn't even. And so when he would start talking about Donald Duck and Daffy, what was I supposed to do except think he would leave these little icons and figurines around the house and play with them more than he'd talk to me. So of course I'd hide them. So he'd have to talk to me. So, well, eventually we got into fights and then he moved out and we broke up. So anyways, this is me trying to see about getting on smoother ground, cooler ice, patchier forests. So anyway, I just hope I can find something nice, like a nice, cool quilt to wrap us both up and snuggle together. Anyway.
Brian, is that you? Brian? Brian, it's Marcia.
Marcia,
Marcia.
I haven't seen you in like, what is it? 15, 16 years?
It's been 15 really long years, maybe 16.
Really, really long.
Uh,
How you
Brian.
been? Yeah.
Brian, are you still with Bethany?
No. No, God no. That was a bad breakup. I'd rather not talk about it. I'd rather not have to see her or think about her ever again.
Okay, so you're over Bethany?
Totally over Bethany. Got that. Nothing. You couldn't pay me enough to see her again.
Okay, so two things, Brian. I missed you. I mean, it's great to see you. It's great
Likewise.
to see you.
Likewise,
You look
yes.
great. You look great.
Thank you. I've been going to the gym.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
Pilates is really working.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
seem centered, quite handsome.
Oh, you might have heard my mother passed away, and
I'm so sorry.
yeah, I've been trying to heal. So
Yeah.
So thank you for telling me that. I've been, I know, I don't. Nobody really. No, thank you.
I heard you were going to be here.
I'm third billing. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of that.
You got all these Donald Duck toy airplanes here.
Yep, I'm giving them. I'm trying to get rid of them. I don't want them anymore.
I'll take all of them.
Well, you're gonna have to bid for them. Third billing, straight auction. I can kind of tell you what price I think they'll go for, so you could try to get up there and kind of hold everybody off, maybe, or kind of snipe that high price. If you're really interested, I I wish I could give you
Awesome.
a deal. I would totally give you a deal. If you can get the whole collection, I'll hook you up with whatever I can find Donald wise that I might have in storage.
Brian, can I cut to the chase?
Yeah, Marshall, what's up?
All I really want is a cup of coffee with you.
Oh, well, of course. You want after we're all said and done here. I'm open to getting a cup of coffee. With Starbucks, Dunkin'. What do you like?
Honestly, anything. But I do have something to tell you. I have a little thing to tell you.
What's that?
You know how I asked if you were still dating Bethany?
Yeah, a lot of people ask.
I saw Bethany at the entrance.
She's here tonight.
I think so. She said I heard her saying your name.
Okay. But that's fine.
Listen, I knew that she didn't like your planes. She thought they were just in the way. I read about it on her blog.
She said
And
that. But it was just the Donald planes, right?
I don't know. I scanned it. I just really saw your name and saw that you were going to be here. So here I am to bid on your planes and get coffee.
Great. I need to go freshen up before everything gets started here. I will see. Look for me after the show, Marcia. I will definitely.
I will look for you during the entire show.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Bye.
Mr. Collin.
Yes.
I just wanted to know when in the auction, when does that quilt go up? The one that took 18 months to make, the one that has the little square. When does that go up for auction?
Well, we have a lovely lot of items on bid for auction today, Miss Green. We have a lot of Disney items. Daffy, we have a Donald and a Mickey and a. Funny, we don't usually have Daisy, but it's how the.
Nobody wants to sell Daisy if they get her. That's kind of the rule of collectors. They hang on to the Minnies and the Daisies, but the Mickeys and the Donalds, they got plenty of that. But
they are high collector's items. You're correct, and so we have this lovely Pashmina here, and that's from Paraguay, and it's see all the different dark blues and greens, and it
is a very nice Pashmina.
Yes.
And look, that's a really nice, that hand knit scarf there in all those colors. That looks really neat too.
Yes, but
that's
the quilt won't be going up for auction.
It won't?
Oh no. It is on display. It was a labor of love.
Oh, yes, it very clearly was, but it would this is an antiques auction show, and I thought since it was here, it was going to be part of the auction.
It is on display, and I do not think there's anything anyone could say or do to convince me to sell it otherwise. Why, were you interested in buying such a luxury item?
Well, yes. I mean, I don't want it for the luxury. I want it because it's one of the most beautiful quilts I've ever seen. I mean, it's got those teeny tiny stitches. I mean, it's got to be at least 18 to the inch. I don't know how they managed to do it without going blind doing it. They probably just ended up needing like heavy duty contact lenses and a long lie down in the dark room for their eyes to recover after each session. And it's, or maybe they're just like, and it's just, and all the way the colors go together and the perfect, it's like perfect, but not perfect. It's like, it's not machine perfect, because if it was, if it was too perfect, it would just be a machine quilt, and who cares about a machine quilt? No, this is the kind of perfect that you can tell a craftsperson made this by hand. It was made by a human. It was not made by a machine, and it's beautiful, and I want to give it a home.
All of that it's true. And I can tell you personally that they did it hand-stitched with their eyes closed.
Oh, so they were so skilled they didn't need to look at what they were doing, because they could do it by touch. Yes.
When the squinting got too much to bear, the person lied down on their back and just,
like the legendary inverse quilters.
that's right. It took a while, but they, whomever they were.
Wait, you made this quilt?
That's right, and I'm never selling it. You can't make me. Good day, Miss Green.
You made this quilt?
You may shop and auction to your heart's delight, but you may never, ever have this quilt. Not unless you'll have to steal it from me.
I don't want to steal that quilt. That would be wrong. That would be rude. That would be wrong. That would just be a really bad thing to do. You don't, it's immoral. It's like paying somebody $5 cents an hour in modern wages to make something like that. You don't do that. And Mr. Colin made that quilt. He's a master. I have just been in the presence of a craft master. I mean, part of me says, I need to have that quilt, even if I have to steal it. And part of me says, stealing is wrong. And part of me says, stealing is extra wrong when it's stealing from a master of the art. I wonder if I could get him to adopt me as his child.
No, I'm not talking now.
Excuse me, sir. Could you point me to the Brian? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
Why are you in disguise? It's like you're hiding from somebody.
Did you hear that Bethany's here?
Oh, Bethany.
Yeah. She saw that I was third billing, and she had to make an appearance, probably. Just to rub it in my face and put up some of her antique glass bottles and try to take the show from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't compete with that quilt. I don't think anyone can. And you know my feelings about that. But she comes along and she's trying to upset me.
Yeah, I think I think that the scarf that she knit you might actually be in the auction as well.
She wouldn't, would she? She wouldn't.
Well, I mean, if she made it for you and you didn't want it, why shouldn't she sell it? I mean,
Is it even an antique? Like, what? Like, come on. Like, who does she think she is? Just coming here and trying to embarrass me like this.
well, there are rules about antique crafting that say that if if you use entirely antique yarn to knit the scarf and use an antique pattern, it may legitimately count as an antique scarf because you can't tell the difference. So
I feel like that's a forgery. I feel like that's fraud, which she is.
Mhm.
She's a liar. She's cruel. My mom warned me about her.
Brian,
Yeah, Ruth?
do you still want to get back together with her?
No, never.
Mhm. Is that the no, never, like me with my first husband, or the no, never, like me with my second husband?
More like your second husband, I would say. Does she still look good? I haven't seen her yet. Does she look good? Does she look good? Because I've been taking care of myself, and I hope that she has. I hope she's doing well.
I'm afraid I'm not the best judge of feminine pulchritude, but she certainly seemed to be attracting her share of gentlemanly attention as she moved through the auction. So
she always did. She didn't know how to turn it off. And she didn't care about how that would make the person that she's with feel.
Or maybe she thought that it was going to make you feel really proud that she was the person who attracted all this attention, but she'd chosen you.
I think you're giving her way too much credit. I think she's coming here to sabotage me. I think she's coming here to get me off my game, to lower the value of my product, and to just embarrass me. After all the work that I've been putting into myself, she just wants to undo it in one night. I don't trust her.
Yeah.
I don't know what I should do. I don't know what I should do, Ruth.
Well, I don't think I can be much help with the shambles of your romantic life. But as far as the pricing of your wares, I will make sure to bid highly on them and drive the prices up.
Thank you. I usually wouldn't need that. But I don't trust her one bit, and I'm afraid that this is going to become a disaster tonight. Marcia. Marcia. She wants to. Yeah. What's that?
Yes, I know Marcia.
What was that? What was that?
Marcia.
What you made a. What was that? What was that about? What's wrong with Marcia? You got what's the dirt on Marcia? She seemed nice. I like Marcia. She wants to get coffee after the show.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she will be very happy to have coffee with you.
I don't know what you mean by that, Ruth. You know something.
Let's say I suspect Marcia to have an ulterior motive. And that ulterior motive may involve very low-priced antiques.
Okay. She's looking to get all my diamonds. She literally wants to have all her ducks in a row.
She would, yes. Well.
So you think she?
Well, I think there's a way to find out if she's serious. When the ducks come up, I will bid highly, and if she bids highly too, oh yes,
I'm
Mr. Smith. If she bids highly on them, then we will know she is serious about your ducks. And if she drops out of the bidding, then we'll know she doesn't give a duck.
I hope she gives a duck.
She wants to buy a duck, but not give one.
I'm gonna go hide.
Ahem. Ahem. Hello? I thought I saw Brian. Oh my gosh. Well, that's okay. I'm just so excited. I just see so many cute things here. There's just like a wind-up clock with like, instead of like the numbers, there's little planets around it, around the face, just like, and it was just so cute. But it was like over hundreds of dollars. And to be honest, I don't need that. It was a little too kitschy for my room, you know. I swear I saw Brian here just a minute ago. There was a new girl. She was, and I want to show him that I've changed. I submitted the sweater that I made for him for auction. I just want to give all the things away that he didn't like, and I submitted them all for auction, and I was going to give the money that was made, I was going to give it back to him so he could find his own little shop, or, you know, buy a nice cozy quilt that we could snuggle up together. Oh, Brian.
And next up, we have this lot of fine Donald Ducks. It includes the 1987 Propeller Duck, the 1923 Wheeled Duck, and the 1945 Victory Duck. What is the starting bid?
$500 and a coffee with Brian.
$600? Do $600.
$750.
$750.10 and coffee with Brian.
$751.
$800?
$801.
$975. And I will buy Brian a can of coffee grounds.
$925 and
$925. Do I have 925, 930, $935? Do I have 930? Going once.
$1,500.
$1,500 to the lady in the back. $1,500, $1,500, $1,500. Going once.
1,501 and one cup of the most
1,501.
amazing Cuban coffee ever with Brian.
This little lady knows what she wants, and $1,501
Brian,
is
I
gonna get
think
it.
she's serious.
You think
$1,501, $1,501. Do I have 1510? Do I have 1510? 1510, 1510, 1600, 1600?
Yes.
Out there, Brian.
did it sell? Did it,
I think
1,700.
it's gonna sell.
look how big it's going. It's going great.
I
It's
think
going
it's
great.
gonna sell.
She can't
Who's
ruin
buying
me.
it?
She can't ruin me.
Let's see if the auctioneer is going to close it.
Oh, he's gonna close it, Beth, and he's not gonna ruin this for me.
Brian, is that you? Brian,
No.
Brian,
No,
is that you?
no. Hi, Bethany.
Brian, I've looked
Yeah,
everywhere for you.
Yeah, I just the bright lights of show business are a bit much for me.
You
How,
you always were obsessed with your games and your toys. I someone else is
yeah,
gonna take over.
my games and my toys. Thanks a lot, Bethany. I hope you're doing well. You look very nice tonight.
Oh, you're so sweet, Brian. You're always so sweet. Brian. Oh my gosh. And who's this lovely young lady next to you?
But this is Marcia.
Marsha.
Yeah.
Marsha.
She bought my Donald's.
Oh, she bought your Donald's.
Yes.
I sure
Yes,
did.
Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
She can appreciate the figurines, Bethany.
Mm-hmm.
She appreciates them.
She appreciates your figurines.
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
really?
Yes. We're actually we're gonna go out and get some coffee after the show.
Coffee?
Mhm.
Coffee. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brian,
Did she tell you
Brian.
why she wants to go get coffee with you, Brian?
Oh, what are you saying, Marcia? What?
Brian, don't listen to what he's about to say.
I hear you, Marsha. Marsha, and
Marcia.
your sneaky, snaky ways. Did she tell you that all of
Don't
those
listen to her.
Donalds are over $1 million a piece, Donald? I looked it up on auctionfinder.org.
They are. I looked it up on this site. It was marciasantiques.com.
Oh, Marsha, ooh, was it sponsored by Squarespace?
I don't know who sponsored it, but Marcia, is that your site I looked it on where you said they were only worth like a few hundred a piece?
Bethany, I hate you. And also, I hate you. Brian, Bethany, I still hate you. Like, I keep hearing that I hate you. Brian, Bethany is no good for you, first of all. And yes, they were worth a lot, okay?
Why would
I
you
want it.
Ugh. Why would you leave me? Why would you do this to me?
I've got to go, Brian. You work this out.
Well,
Brian.
thank you, Bethany. That was I never pictured myself saying that to her. Marcia, you just bought all my Donalds for like $1,500. That's what the.
Brian, you never said yes to me. You always wanted Bethany, and you don't even know the value of your collectibles, okay?
I looked them up online. I thought I was looking at a reputable site. Little did I know it was your site just to trick me. You know, I'm ruined. You made me the laughing stock of the whole antique trade.
I mean, nobody knows just how much you got ripped off.
I'm pretty sure everybody but me knows how much I've got ripped. If Bethany knows, that means everybody knows. She talks to everybody nonstop.
Hey, Dane, did you hear? Hey, Dane, did you hear? Ryan really got ripped off.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Honey, really?
And last but not least is this not for auction, lovely handmade quilt. But we won't be auctioning this today. Wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Someone stole my handmade quilt. Who did it? Who has absconded with my beauty? My love.
It's mine. It's mine.
Alice, how could you? You've ruined the whole auction. I'll never forgive you for this. and give it back.
Oh, Mr. Cullen. If you'll let me have this quilt, I'll help you make a new one.
A new one. A
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah,
I put my blood and sweat and tears into this.
yeah, yeah. And it's beautiful, and I want it. Like, I want to pay for it, but if you're not going to sell it, then well, okay. I'll be a good person. I'll give it back to you. But
This looks almost exactly like the original. Almost exactly. It's not. I've been swindled. Bamboozled. Oh. Trickery. And that's our show for this evening. Thank you for watching.